Alright, this is Taco Phil here. I figured I'd do another updated Q&A. I'm getting a lot of questions, which is cool. Keep sending questions. I love answering them. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching my videos. Out in the backyard today, just hanging out. My girl does a good job of, I guess, maintaining all the little plants and stuff back here. It's cool to have our little kitty run around. Alright, so the first question was, again, can you use the GPS? Okay, look. First of all, you have to understand that when you are an extra board driver and you're based out of a certain location, that location has a set number of runs that you're constantly going to be doing. So if you're an LA driver, you're going to be doing Las Vegas, you're going to be doing San Francisco, you're going to be doing Sacramento, you're going to be doing Port of Entry, maybe Calexico. But that's it. So it's only like 5 places. And basically, like I said, don't worry about the GPS, because when it comes to navigating, sure, you're going to have 1 or 2 times when you're first starting off where you're going to get lost. But the way that a lot of the routes are designed, they're pretty simple off of the highway. Really simple off of the highway. Okay? Like, for example, you do Port of Entry. So the Port of Entry, which is the San Ysidro run is what we call it, you're simply, as soon as you get out of the terminal, this is how easy the route guide will make it, and after a while you'll just memorize it, because it becomes real easy. It's not like they make it super complicated. You exit the terminal, you make the right. Once you make the right, you're going to hit the 5. You take the 5 south, you're going to hit the 710. You take the 710 south. You're going to take the 710 south for a good minute. You're going to hit Pacific Coast Highway. As soon as you get off Pacific Coast Highway, you keep going straight, and you're going to hit Long Beach Boulevard. Again, you're going to the Long Beach terminal on Long Beach Boulevard. Simple to remember. You make that left on Long Beach Boulevard, the terminal's right there on your right. Okay? As soon as you exit the terminal on Long Beach Boulevard, you're going to make the left. You're going to make the right out of the terminal, back on Long Beach Boulevard. There are different ways to take it. I like to just take the Long Beach Boulevard straight up to the 405. You take the 405 south, right? You hop in the carpool lane. You're going to stay in the carpool lane. The 405 is going to lead you to the 22. The 22 is going to lead you to the 57. Once you take to the 57, you head north. Now, this one's a little difficult. You're going to exit Catella. Catella is going to take you straight to the Anaheim terminal. As soon as you get to the Anaheim terminal, you get out of there. You go back to the 57. You take it south. It's going to turn into the 5. You're going to exit Santa Ana. Santa Ana takes you directly to the Santa Ana terminal. So as soon as you hit the Santa Ana terminal, you get back on the 5. You take that south. And pretty much with that one, unless you got the local where you might hit up Oceanside, which you just exit Mission, you're going to take that straight down to San Diego 90% of the time. And Imperial takes you take the 5 to Imperial, boom. You make that, as soon as you get off Imperial, you just take that right, you head straight, and you're going to be right there in the San Diego terminal. You take it backwards, right back to the 5. You hop back on the 5 south. You exit it literally says last U.S. Exit. As soon as you exit it, you make that left. There's literally a sign that says buses and taxis. Boom, you're at San Ysidro. So again, don't worry about the GPS. The route guides are pretty simple. They're pretty straightforward. You do that run pretty much 2 or 3 times. You're going to remember it. It's going to be as simple as driving from home to work. It's just going to be another part of your day. Now, it's only been I've been working for, I'm at my 90 days now. I've been with the company for about 4 months now. It becomes really simple. Somebody says, hey, do that San Francisco run. I know the San Francisco run. It's pretty simple. You do it over and over again. They make it really simple. And a lot of times it seems like it's complicated, but they try to make it as simple as possible. For example, let's say you're in San Francisco, you want to get to Oakland. You know, there's a lot of 80s, 580s, 680s, all types of little 80s, 880s, and it makes it difficult. So when I first started, I had a hard time, and I was like, shit, man, am I supposed to hop on the 580? Am I supposed to hop on the freaking 880? They both say Oakland. And then I just remembered, I was like, you know what? Why am I killing myself? All you have to do is look for the sign that says downtown Oakland. So downtown Oak, if you get off the 80, if you're on the 80 heading towards Oakland, you're gonna come across freaking the 880, and that's gonna say Oakland, and then right below it's gonna say downtown Oakland 580. You just stay on that. You look for the sign that's gonna turn to 580. And you're gonna see downtown Oakland. You're gonna take downtown Oakland. Boom, And then as soon as you get downtown Oakland, you'll take the second exit. Is it first or second? Second exit, and boom. You make that left right there on 17th Street. You make that left on, I think it's Cortella or one of those. It's the first exit. It's the first left. You can't miss it because it's just literally you get off, you make that left, that first left, then you make that first left, and boom, it's right there on your right. So trust me, if you've driven your car, you've navigated your home city, it's just as easy, It's like I'm in San Francisco every other day, it seems like. I'm in Sacramento every other day. So you're not going to have problems with the GPS. Like I said, what I do for my GPS is I use my GPS with my route guide before I get to my location for visual cues, and to help me judge these locations. For example, you'll get a route guide that'll say, exit A, and look for this street and make a left. Where some people may get confused, but it's just as simple as you look at your GPS and you're like, okay, exit A, this street I'm looking for, okay, the GPS says it's only just like 4 blocks away. Boom, I'll make that left 4 blocks away. So it's not that hard, don't get scared because you're gonna get lost. First of all, you're gonna get lost. I've gotten lost. I've had several times in which I gotten off exits and it was the wrong damn exit, and I had to get back on the highway or make a turn and get back on and then get the next exit. I had one time I was in Vegas and freaking I got off one exit before I was supposed to get off the right exit for the South Terminal exit, and literally, I had freaking one of the passengers was just like, you need to make the left here. So it's the next block up. And I was like, thank you. And they helped guide me through, I had a time where I actually had to stop because I had no idea what the exit was. I had to pull off into a truck stop and check my GPS, checked it with the route guide, and then continued going, So don't be afraid, don't be scared. You're going to get lost, at least once or twice. But like I said, most cities, you're going to be doing the same routes over and over again as an extra board driver, Now, you will be sent out of town, and when you get sent out of town, make sure you study that route guide, make sure you reference it with your GPS, and you should be good. But again, just remember, if it seems like it's difficult, like there's a lot of turns, there's a lot of stuff going on, often there's an easy way to do it. There's a really easy way. That's why you can't super rely on GPS. I've had times in which, so for example, coming from Sacramento to San Francisco, one of the routes you hit up is Suisun City. So Suisun City is just a small little terminal off the 12. So you're coming from Sacramento on the 80. But if you look at the GPS directions, the GPS has you taking through town. It literally has you exit before the 12. You're making some tight turns and all that stuff. You can't super rely on GPS. But if you look at the route guide just literally has you going up to the 12, which is going to take you past Suisun City, and then you hop on the 12 South, and it takes you back into Suisun City. So it may not be the fastest route, but it's the easiest route to get through. So that's why you don't want to use GPS. You can use GPS to reference what the route guide tells you, but you don't want to just rely on GPS, okay? So that's why we don't use GPS at my company, at Greyhound, we make sure to study the route guide because there are a lot of easier ways to get to and from some places, especially when you're navigating a bus. You're going to be looking at that GPS, you're going to get into spots where it's super tight and you're going to be hating life. All right, so hopefully this answers the GPS question. You cannot use GPS. You don't want to use GPS. Even if you had like a trucker's GPS that takes you, into spots. There are spots that aren't designed for trucks that buses are allowed to go to, so that'll mess you up as well. Use your route guide, study the route guide, use your GPS on your phone to help give you a reference, as to distance to certain streets and all that stuff. But do not use you can't use your GPS to get you around. It's gonna mess you up. All right. So hopefully that takes care of this GPS question that everybody keeps asking. Trust me, I was nervous myself. I'm pretty good at navigating through cities or through my own city, but when it comes to places I don't know, I was really afraid that maybe I was going to have the same issue. I was going to keep getting lost. I'm going to be aggravating people. Don't worry about that. You're going to be driving the same places day in and day out. You're not going to need to worry about your GPS after a few times. It's just going to be another route. All right, so Taco Phil, keep sending questions. I'm going to do some more questions after this. This one got a little long, but I keep getting the same question over and over again. Can you use GPS? There's my answer. You can't use GPS. You don't want to use GPS. All right, talk to you guys later.